Good evening, Mrs. Acquisto, Mrs. Dancy, Mrs. Jeffrey, Mrs. Milner, Mr. Vilakazi, members of the Combined Management and Andrian team, members of the board, Chair of our PA, Mrs. Corinne Briett, and PA members, past head of the junior school and special friend, Mrs. Bridget Walton. Our special guest this evening, Reverend Alison Tibete, junior school staff, parents, and of course, our grade 6 and 7 girls. Many moons ago, when I was a young girl, age 7, I asked my dad how he managed to fall asleep on the 17th of October. Completely confused by my question, he answered, "Like any other night, I close my eyes and I doze off." He then went on to ask what the significance of the 17th of October was. I was horrified. How could he not know why sleep would evade him on that particular evening, as the 17th of October was the night before his birthday? As a young girl, I remember the anticipation and excitement of the evening before my birthday. I remember lying awake thinking about who would wish me first, what would be written in my birthday cards, and of course about all the beautiful gifts that I would get to unwrap the next morning. As I listened to the clock in our passage tick, I would toss and turn, eager for the day to dawn, so that my special celebration could begin. Birthdays are exciting. Do we have anybody celebrating their birthday here today? Are you sure? No one? Oh, that's very disappointing, because we brought our birthday stickers with us and we were hoping we could sing to somebody and really make their evening. So Mrs. Acquisto, I think we're going to have to give you the sticker and we'll have to sing to St. Andrews. Thank you, Mrs. Acquisto. So yes, this year we celebrated our 120th school birthday. What a significant milestone. Our mantra for the year was based on the work of Brené Brown, and we encouraged our community to embrace brave. For the adults in the room, I know that you can relate when I say birthdays are fun, but facing an O birthday requires a special kind of brave. So imagine how brave you have to be to celebrate 120. When asked about defying age, well-known Italian actress Sophia Loren encouraged us to think about the following. There is a fountain of youth available to all. It is your mind, your talents, and the creativity you bring to your life and the lives of those around you. When you learn to tap into this source, you will have truly defeated age. Whether you are turning a single digit, a double digit, or a triple digit, as in the case of our school, there is no denying that birthdays are inevitable, significant, and they are commemorative. When pondering on this thought, I could think of 5 reasons why birthdays are worth celebrating. Number 1, your birth was the beginning of a unique and special individual. Your story is exclusively yours to own. Each birthday provides the start of a new chapter in your book, and you have 12 months of an unwritten script waiting to be filled with new life experiences. Remember, girls, it was Dr. Seuss who reminded us that on your birthday, it is always important to reflect that today you are you. That is truer than true. There is no one on earth who is youer than you. The second reason is that celebrating is an expression of thanks. When we celebrate, we take a moment to pause and reflect on all we have to be thankful for and all we have accomplished. Birthdays are magical in that they offer us the opportunity to thank the person who is celebrating their birthday for their contribution to our lives, thus teaching us to be grateful for friends and family. Birthdays are an opportunity to redefine your priorities. A little like a New Year's resolution, we often find a reason after a birthday to approach things differently or to focus on new beginnings. The fourth reason is that birthdays are a chance to acknowledge our existence. Birthdays give us the opportunity to be noticed, to be celebrated, to be appreciated, to be loved. They fill our emotional bucket, affirm our existence, and highlight the contribution we make to those around us. And the fifth reason, and probably the most important reason, is that birthdays are simply just a lot of fun. Another fact about birthdays is that they move us one step closer to the future. Girls, I know that the future may seem elusive, intangible, or eons away for you, but your parents and your teachers will attest to the fact that the future rolls around a lot quicker than you ever anticipated it to, and you need to be ready for it. Our dream at St. Andrews is for you to be creative thinkers who are future ready. News headlines reflect that advancements in technology and globalization have connected the world in many ways, both positively and negatively. We are aware of the emerging social, economic, environmental, and technological trends. We are aware of the real threats we face. We know that the spread of infectious diseases, the threat of terrorism, the loss of biodiversity, and the increased frequent occurrence of natural disasters, as well as the explosive growth of the world's population, are changing our world at an hourly rate. According to the United Nations population forecast, we can predict that the demand for food in 2040 will be more than double that of its current levels of production, as the world's population will grow to exceed 9 billion people. While our fixed mindsets may allow us to feel helpless in this moment to stop or redirect or change any of these events that catch our attention, our growth mindset will tell us that we have the opportunity to contribute to future innovations, problem-solving strategies, and solution-focused thinking that could best serve the world and the ecosystems who inhabit it. Picture a beautifully wrapped birthday present. The anticipation of what will be revealed once the wrapping is undone is something we have all experienced. Birthdays offer us the opportunity to share in the giving of gifts. Imagine a world where our pupils could share their varied skills, talents, resourcefulness, and acumen to be the change makers, innovators, peacemakers, and problem solvers that our world so desperately needs. In a world that requires us to embrace brave, we must aspire to be good ancestors and to think not only of ourselves, but of future generations. I believe that the creative thinkers, scientists, eco-warriors, and change agents that we seek for our future are sitting right here amongst us today. We just need to unwrap their incredible potential. In 1904, our founders, Jesse Johnson and Jean Fletcher, undeterred by the challenges of the day, had the foresight and bravery to start a school for girls and to give future generations with a beautiful and unique legacy. This year, we celebrated 120 years of that moment of foresight and courage. Thousands of students, families, and teachers have benefited from that one moment of courage, and the world has become richer because of it. In order to succeed in a world dominated by males at the time, our two founding women would have had to have embraced brave by having a deep sense of belief in their dream and in their own strength and ability. We know that in a world of continual and rapid change, knowledge alone is no longer the key to a prosperous life. Instead, knowledge and experience must be combined with foresight and courage. This combination of gifts enables one to understand complexity, appreciate difference, identify opportunities, evaluate threats, embrace risk, and seek solutions that are sustainable and empowering. Jesse Johnson and Jean Fletcher knew this well, hence their ability to be the pioneers of a future-rich heritage. These two women understood that the key to success is seizing opportunity when it arises. But girls, you need to see the opportunity, and you need to be prepared to take it. That is why foresight gives you the power and the agility to achieve any goal you want to achieve, and why it is important that you are future ready. In reflecting on this year, I wondered if given the opportunities, what gifts Jesse Johnson and Jean Fletcher would have wanted to share with our pupils of today in celebration of our 120th year. In preparation for the unpredictable future, I believe that these two remarkable futurists would have brought the following gifts to our 120th birthday party for our girls to unwrap. The first gift being critical thinking. This is the ability to clarify your thinking so that you can break down a problem or a piece of information, interpret it, and use that understanding to arrive at an informed decision or judgment. I believe our founders would have wanted you girls to be motivated, curious, and self-reflective learners. The second gift would be that of communication. This gift will allow you to share your ideas clearly and constructively, to consider everyone's idea and be respectful of the perspectives of others, and to seek mutual understanding. In a digital age where face-to-face contact is becoming a rarity, effective, clear communication is imperative. I believe the third gift would have been that of collaboration. This gift encourages working together constructively to reach a common goal, sharing responsibility for work and valuing the input and opinions of others, being open to building one another's ideas and frameworks for the greater good of all. The fourth gift I thought they would bring is the gift of creativity. This gift opens up the possibility to share ideas courageously and to pursue new paths of thinking, define prototypes, and design innovative solutions that will ultimately present a constructive solution. The next gift, I believe, would be that of citizenship. It is important to learn from an early age, girls, that you need to take care of yourself, which is linked to well-being, to consider other people, and to protect the environment so that you can make a positive impact on the world around you and leave a sustainable legacy for future generations. The sixth gift I believe they would bring is that of compassion. This allows for the opportunity to cultivate a deep sense of understanding and empathy for all mankind. Compassion is important because it promotes meaningful connection, it facilitates problem solving, and it improves health and well-being. Compassion at its core is about putting aside judgment and refusing to turn away from challenging situations. And finally, I believe they would have given us the gift of courage. Embracing brave requires, girls, that you anticipate making exceptional things happen through inner drive and resilience, by remaining flexible and positive in the most difficult circumstances, and by approaching life with a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset. Returning to the magic of birthdays, we know that a birthday is not complete without lighting candles. For some, the flames are few. For others, the flames are extensive. And you know you are getting old when the candles cost more than your cake. Nevertheless, the lighting of candles is a significant tradition when celebrating a birthday. The first well-documented case of candles being placed on a birthday cake originates from Germany in 1746. A man named Count Ludwig von Zinzendorf held a lavish birthday celebration at his home, which included a large cake with multiple candles glowing. The number of candles corresponded to his age, and when asked the purpose of the candles, he replied, "Each candle signifies a year of love, a year of light, and a year of love." Candles remind us that we carry light. In her latest book entitled Light We Carry, Michelle Obama refers to light in the following way. "I have learned it is okay to recognize that self-worth comes wrapped in vulnerability, and that what we share as humans on this earth is the impulse to strive for better, always and no matter what. We become bolder in brightness. If you know your light, you know yourself. You know your own story in an honest way. In my experience, this type of self-knowledge builds confidence, which in turn breeds calmness and an ability to maintain perspective, which leads finally to be able to connect meaningfully to others. And this, to me, is the bedrock of all things." She goes on to say, "One light leads to another. One strong family lends strength to more. And one engaged community can ignite those around it. This is the power of the light we carry." Birthdays remind us that happiness lies in the most ordinary moments. A birthday celebrated with family and friends should always be a moment to pause and acknowledge that although a yearly occurrence, birthdays are those ordinary moments that we sometimes take for granted, and that in fact we should closely treasure. Brené Brown said, "We chase extraordinary moments instead of being grateful for ordinary moments until difficult things happen. And then in the face of adversity, illness, death, loss, the only thing we are begging for are the normal moments." This year has been about reverting to our normal moments, and like a multicolored string of party balloons, we are grateful to have once again experienced school life in its full kaleidoscope of colors. As the year draws to an end, let us be mindful of the many normal moments we have been able to share in this year, and to remember that in the mundane moments of life lies a multitude of unwrapped gifts, bright lights, and a rainbow of balloons. Yes, birthdays are an incredible amount of fun. However, after the celebration, there is always a moment of reflection and thanks. Reflecting on our year, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge and thank the junior school staff. You are a remarkable team. Thank you for sharing your gifts of service, love, and passion. And thank you for teaching our girls every day with 110% full commitment. Your dedication to our chosen profession is awe-inspiring. I know how much you give of yourself every day and how invested you are in each and every pupil. I see you, I honor you, I thank you for your service. To the staff who are leaving us, thank you for all you have contributed to St. Andrews. We wish you well in your new endeavors, and we look forward to hearing about your new exciting chapter. Thank you to Mr. Makamba, Mr. Manson, and their reliable teams for their ongoing support of the junior school and for all the work that happens behind the scenes that keeps our school looking beautiful and our functions running smoothly. We appreciate your hard work. To my fellow heads of school, Mrs. Acquisto, Mrs. Jeffrey, Mrs. Dancy, Mrs. Milner, and Mr. Vilakazi, thank you for your wisdom, for your vision, and for the insights that have been shared and gained throughout this year. Thank you to the board and the Parents Association for their ongoing interest and support of junior school. Mrs. Niekerk, Mrs. Kanoni, Ms. Nzanyati, and Mrs. Else, the work you do for the junior school is significant. Thank you for all that you do to ensure that our special school runs smoothly and that the sustainability of our school remains a key focus. To my wonderful PA, Mrs. Rosari, thank you for your positive outlook on life and your willingness to help anybody and everybody in any way that you can. Thank you for being my confidant, my prayer partner, and most importantly, my friend. I could not do my job without you. To my two incredible deputies, Mrs. Maestri and Mrs. Markides, thank you for your outstanding work this year and for all that you do. A successful birthday party requires a good party planner, and your attention to detail and sound community relationships and the investment into our school allows for junior school to be a happy, successful, and vibrant place. As always, I reserve my final thanks and my most heartfelt thanks for my husband Jacques and my two sons, Joshua and Nicholas. Thank you for respecting and supporting the work I do. You remain the sparkle in my champagne and the bow on my birthday gift. In conclusion, as we approach the celebration of another significant birthday in our Christian calendar, and we take time to appreciate all those around us, I would like to share this final birthday message with our school community. Happy birthday, one and all. May you only know joy that makes you share, troubles that make you thrive, sadness that makes you care, hope that makes you dream, failure that makes you succeed, success that makes you rejoice, family that makes you feel valued, friends that make you laugh, passion that makes you live, and a love that makes you share your light freely. As we conclude our 120th year celebration, I give thanks for the multitude of gifts of 2022. Thank you.